The construction worker's drill suddenly hits empty space. It pulls it back, confused. Beneath this 1,500-year-old church in Cairo, something that shouldn't exist is waiting in the darkness. Old Cairo bustles with life above ground, but underneath, cutting-edge scanning technology is revealing secrets that have been hidden for 17 centuries. This isn't just any church. It's sitting directly on top of one of the most mysterious Roman fortresses ever discovered. Today, we're descending into the forgotten chambers of Babylon Fortress, where Roman legionaries once guarded something so valuable that they built an engineering marvel to protect it. We'll uncover why this fortress was positioned at this exact spot along the Nile, explore its hidden passages, and discover what recent archaeological findings suggest about its true purpose. For archaeologist Dr. Sarah Chen, these revelations would either confirm her theories about Roman strategic planning or completely rewrite what we thought we knew about ancient Egypt. The story begins in 300 AD. Emperor Diocletian, known for his massive building projects across the empire, orders the construction of a fortress at a very specific location along the Nile Delta. But this wasn't just any fortress. It was positioned at the exact boundary between Lower and Middle Egypt, where every rivercraft had to pay tolls. The Romans called it Babylon Fortress, and from the moment it was completed, it controlled one of the most lucrative trade routes in the ancient world. Ships carrying goods from the Red Sea to the Mediterranean had to pass through an ancient canal that connected the Nile to the Red Sea, and the fortress controlled access to this waterway. But here's where things get interesting. When the first archaeological surveys began, researchers expected to find a typical Roman military installation. Instead, they discovered something far more complex, a massive underground network of chambers and passages that seemed to serve purposes no one could fully understand. The fortress was built with precision that amazed even Roman engineering standards. Massive stone blocks, some weighing several tons, were fitted together so perfectly that not even a knife blade could slip between them. But the real mystery lay beneath the surface. In 2018, when the PBS documentary team used advanced scanning technology to peer beneath the Greek Orthodox Church of St. George, they made a discovery that stunned the archaeological community. The scans revealed that the church wasn't just built on top of the fortress, it was built directly into one of the fortress towers. The scans revealed exactly how the more modern church was built on top of a tower built by Roman legionaries in the 3rd century AD. But that wasn't the most intriguing part. The scans showed a complex network of chambers and passages extending far beyond what anyone had mapped before. Dr. Alina Rodriguez, a specialist in Roman architecture, studied the scanning results for months. What she found challenged everything historians thought they knew about Roman fortress design. These weren't standard military barracks or storage areas, they were something entirely different. The chambers showed signs of sophisticated ventilation systems, water channels that seemed to serve no military purpose, and room layouts that suggested activities far beyond typical garrison duties. Some chambers appeared to be designed for long-term storage of delicate materials, while others seemed built for gatherings or ceremonies. What made this discovery even more mysterious was the fortress's location. While Roman engineers were known for their strategic thinking, the placement of Babylon Fortress seemed almost too perfect. It wasn't just controlling trade routes. It was positioned at the exact geographic point where the Nile's behavior changes, where ancient Egyptian religious beliefs intersected with Roman administrative control. Recent excavations around the fortress perimeter have uncovered artifacts that deepen the mystery. Archaeologists believe these chambers served as food storage during Nebuchadnezzar II's reign. Their ingenious design kept them cool in summer and warm in winter, an early refrigeration and storing system showcasing Babylonian engineering. But wait, there's a problem with this explanation. The chambers beneath the Cairo fortress are Roman, built centuries after Nebuchadnezzar II. Yet they show the same sophisticated climate control techniques. Had the Romans discovered and copied ancient Babylonian engineering secrets? Or was there something more complex happening here? Archaeological evidence suggests the Romans may have deliberately sought out this location because of pre-existing structures or knowledge. Carbon dating of organic materials found in the lower chambers indicates human activity at this site dating back much further than 300 AD, possibly to the time of the original Babylonian Empire. Dr. Ahmed Hassan, Egypt's leading expert on Roman-era Cairo, believes the fortress represents something unprecedented in Roman military architecture. The combination of strategic military positioning, advanced engineering, and mysterious underground spaces suggests the Romans weren't just building a typical frontier fortress. The most compelling evidence comes from Roman administrative records discovered in the fortress archives. These documents, written in Latin and Greek, reference special provisions for the protection of ancient knowledge and mention regular visits from Roman scholars and engineers who came not to inspect military readiness, but to study something the records describe as the Eastern wisdom. What kind of knowledge would be so valuable that the Roman Empire would build an entire fortress to protect it? The answer might lie in the fortress's connection to the ancient canal system. This wasn't just any waterway. It was part of a network that had been maintained and rebuilt multiple times throughout history, suggesting it held significance beyond simple trade. Recent archaeological work has revealed that the canal system connected not just the Nile to the Red Sea, but also linked to underground water channels that served religious sites throughout the region. Some researchers theorize that the Romans discovered this connection and realized they weren't just controlling trade, they were controlling access to sacred sites and ancient wisdom. The fortress chambers show evidence of careful preservation activities. Climate-controlled rooms, protected storage areas, and spaces that seem designed for scholarly work rather than military purposes. It's almost as if the Romans transformed a military installation into a kind of ancient research facility. But the biggest mystery remains unsolved. In 1995, ground-penetrating radar revealed what appeared to be sealed chambers beneath the known basement levels. Chambers that have never been opened. These spaces show the same careful construction as the rest of the fortress, but they're completely inaccessible through any known passage. What's down there? Roman records suggest these deepest chambers were sealed for the protection of future generations, but they give no details about what they contain. Modern technology shows these spaces are large enough to house significant collections of artifacts or documents. But Egyptian authorities have been reluctant to authorize excavation that might damage the church above. Dr. Chen's latest research suggests these sealed chambers might hold the key to understanding not just the fortress, but the entire relationship between Roman imperial strategy and ancient Egyptian knowledge systems. Her team has identified acoustic anomalies in the sealed areas that suggest they might contain large stone structures or arranged artifacts. The fortress continues to guard its secrets, while visitors can explore parts of the complex through the Coptic Museum. The deepest chambers remain sealed. The most intriguing passages are closed to the public, and the original Roman archives are scattered across museums worldwide. But perhaps that's what the Romans intended. Maybe they built Babylon Fortress not just to control trade routes, but to ensure that some knowledge would remain protected until the world was ready to understand it. Recent technological advances in non-invasive archaeology offer new hope for unraveling these mysteries. LiDAR scanning, advanced ground-penetrating radar, and 3D mapping technologies could reveal the fortress's secrets without disturbing its structure. As we stand in the courtyard of St. George's Church today, knowing that beneath our feet lies one of the most sophisticated Roman engineering projects ever discovered, we can't help but wonder what other secrets are waiting in the darkness below. The fortress has kept its mysteries for over 17 centuries, but modern archaeology might finally be ready to unlock them. The Romans left us a puzzle wrapped in stone and sealed with time. In the heart of modern Cairo, beneath the prayers of centuries, the Babylon Fortress continues its ancient vigil, guarding secrets that might change our understanding of both Roman ambition and ancient wisdom. What knowledge did they consider so valuable that it required such protection? And what might we discover when we finally find the courage to look deeper into the darkness they so carefully preserved?